The Placencia Village Council's recent decision to leave garbage at the entrance of its dump site underscores a deepening waste management crisis fueled by failing infrastructure and insufficient government support. Vice Chair Bryce Dial shared more with News 5.
I think across the country, people know that villages receive very little funding to get things done. And with a village the size of Placencia, along with Saint-Bite, and then we have Riversdale, the entire peninsula, it's a large population that we're servicing for garbage removal. And we're not getting any funding or any help. So now we try to keep the maintenance of the vehicles and the equipment up, but when we're having to send the vehicles back into conditions like that, like yesterday, for instance, we got stuck back there and it took us hours to get out, and we had to hire heavy equipment to get the truck out, and then that allowed us only to do one run of garbage. And like I mentioned, it's the high season, so now we're backed up with garbage, and we're facing huge issues.
According to Dial, the council turned to Facebook after repeated efforts to secure government intervention proved unsuccessful. The council prepared an estimate of nearly $30,000 for the road repairs, as requested by the government of Belize, but even that failed to move the process forward.
We were basically at the point of frustration, and we can't access the dump at this point because of the road condition. So now we're at the point where we're left with no other option, because what do? Leave garbage piling up at all of these households and resorts? And then we have unhappy tourists because they're walking around in a mess. So we're at the point where our only other option is to start to dump. It's going to have to be right along the roadside as you come into the peninsula.
As Dial explains, the council is not generating enough income to repair the road from its own funds. She says that in the past, when the council managed the water system, they would attach the garbage fee to the water bills. Today, BWS manages the community's water system, while garbage fee collections have fallen by 50%, a financial strain that era Representative Rodwell Ferguson says he knows all too well.
Since that was done, it was stopped, and it went to BWS, then they can only try to collect the garbage as they picked up. But sometimes some people are reluctant to pay. But because Placencia is a tourist community, the task is on the village council to make sure they keep their village clean. And so they get out the garbage no matter what. But it comes with a cost to them, and they're saying there's no profit in this. But at the same time, we have to maintain our village.
Ferguson says he has reached out to the Ministry of Infrastructure Development and Housing regarding the road repairs, and the ministry has pledged to supply gravel.
Now, I spoke to the officer in charge for the Ministry of Infrastructure for the Stanwick district, and he told me he has committed to contribute from the Ministry of Infrastructure, I think either 10 or 20 loads to assist with the fixing of the road to get to the site. So that will be done, but unfortunately, Paul, the south is getting a significant amount of rain over the last 3 weeks. So complaints is coming from all directions. The ministry cannot cope with the amount of requests that is coming. But because Placencia is a tourist destination, I asked them to consider Placencia and figure out how quick it can be done.
Now, even if the road gets fixed, the money problem won't go away anytime soon. In fact, we're hearing that Saint-Bite Village Council is gearing up to manage its own waste operations. But for Placencia, garbage collection is still a pricey business. From paying staff to fueling trucks and keeping them running, the cost just keeps piling up. Additionally, the Belize Solid Waste Management Authority built a transfer station for Placencia that is yet to become operational. So what is the holdup?
So there is discussion with Solid Waste Management to figure out when they are going to take over the sites that they have close to the banana area. And Solid Waste commit to them that very shortly they are going to take it over and manage it properly to make sure that the waste gets out of Placencia or from the site to the central zone and the western highway.
As of today, the council is left with no choice but to dump its garbage at the entrance of the dump site, near the highway. It's not the most ideal situation, but it's the best that can be done at this time.
It was a hard decision, but sometimes it seems like unless things get very drastic with government, that's the only way that you see them come in and save the day. And I hate to sound that way. It's a hard interview to have, and it's a hard truth. It's the harsh reality of what we're facing. And I don't want the village council to come off as disrespectful, but you know, when you think about it, better all of that garbage is in one concentrated area than it's spread out all along the peninsula at all of these households where raccoons and rats and dogs get into it.
Until sustainable solutions are found, Placencia's struggle to keep its streets clean will continue to test the resilience of this vibrant community and the systems meant to support it. Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.